Namaste friends, we are continuing the conjunction series. Let's talk about the sun and moon in the second house. The sun is the personification of your energies, okay? And I'm just giving you a rough idea on what the sun is. We're not going into details here. So again, sun is the personification of your innate or the intrinsic power that you have within you, okay? The moon is the perception, okay, or rather understanding the consciousness which is around you, which is why moon is called as the manas, or manas is in Sanskrit mean the mind, okay. The moon is associated with the mind of a person because you need to experience the energy that you have through a medium, okay. You need to feel that. So the moon will be used as a tool to learn how to use the senses. And what happens is when you have the sun and the moon, okay, both although they have a very beautiful transition, okay, but their personalities are sort of opposites. Both are in the different sides of the polarity, okay. So once again, the sun is all about your energy, the pure form or the potent energy that you have. Moon is the ability to use it or to find ways to learn, to understand, to receive the means to use that potent energy, okay. And they are residing in the second house, okay. The second house again is the dhana bhava, the house of wealth. Wealth again doesn't only mean money. Wealth means Dana means abundance in every aspect, which means from health, money, spirituality, family happiness, things that gives you joy. All of these put together in a very collective way. It's called dana, right? It's not only money. So residing in the second house, and the second house has also a what we call as a philosophical mind also. Every house has a philosophy behind it, okay. It is a process of growth from conception right until liberation, okay. It's from the first house until the 12th house. It is a how can I say this? It's a process of growth, okay. It's a beautiful process. I'll talk about this in a separate video. But the essence of the philosophy behind the second house is experiencing the consciousness in front of you, experiencing the material life in this birth, using the energy that you receive when you were born, which is in the first house, right? So it's all about gaining the personal wealth, I can say, maybe personal gains of values is the second house, okay? So by having that thought, that's the base understanding, you can put some pretty solid karakas to it, like the second house is a house of money or wealth, a house of savings, the house of charity, the house of speech. All these attributes shows the personal value. It's sort of creating the identity of a person in a very young, in a very core, in a very early stage of life. Okay, it's creating an identity of the person. The second house is also called the Kudumbasthana, or the house of family. Now, what's got to do with family and also personal value? It's got everything to do, because the family, in this case, not the family you get married, the family that your mom and dad and your siblings, that initial family is what they're talking about. The second house is the one that sort of assists you to understand the consciousness of the material world, of the existing birth. Okay, so these people, the close friends, the family members, someone who's staying with you, these people are agents of karma. Okay, they are the one who sort of sent by God to assist you to understand, or rather to follow the course of action which was already set by God. Okay, for you to understand the reality, the consciousness, the gains, the value that you're going to create in this birth. If it's confusing, I'm so sorry about it. But I'll try to cover these philosophies and deep essence and all that in a separate video. But just to make it simple, the second house is all about wealth. It's all about efficiency in gaining value in life. Okay. So what happens when you get the sun and the moon in the second house? Now both are, as I mentioned, sun and moon, although they have a good transition, but they are, it's like both total strangers. Okay. The sun will always take precedence. The sun is the king of the grahas. It always takes precedence. Sun is magnificent, right? So it always takes control of all the other planets except for Mercury. Now moon is not exceptional. Moon is also will be under the control of the sun. Okay. So now depending to so many things, we cannot arbitrarily say something, right? So which is another thing that I always say in all my videos is that do not take this as the ultimatum. This is a guideline, or rather a very strong foundation for you to understand what will happen if certain combinations occur. All right, it is not the everything, because it depends. I wouldn't know what is the situation in your charts, how it's corresponding. So many things that we need to understand. Okay, so now to what I wanted to say earlier. What happens is your ability to perceive or to understand or to feel the environment or to learn the consciousness which is within you will be sort of moving up in a very fast pace. Okay, because sun is all about pride. Okay, now the sun will always influence the mind, which is again the moon, on saying that, look, if you see something in front of you, that must be the thing. Okay, so move on to the next one. He would not give a choice for the moon to ponder or to dwell in what exactly it's perceiving. Okay, again because of the precedence of the sun, and that creates a lot of speed, a lot of growth in life, but in a very immature manner. Okay, end of the day, you would have seen this kind of people, because they may seem as highly knowledgeable, they know so many things in life, but they will be broke, they'll be poor, or they will have a broken marriage, or they may not have that relationship or the health or even the spiritual connection. Okay, they may not have faith altogether, because the basis of their learnings was for the sake of impressing others. Okay. It gets even worse if sun becomes overly strong. It has false pride then. So, they learn and they become intelligent, or at least they assume they're intelligent. But that basically, it's futile, it's worthless. Whatever gains that they have, it may not be fruitful for them. That's one part of what happens when you have the sun and moon in the second house. On the positive side, if you have a sun which is a little bit stronger than the moon is even stronger, then the sun will have to be more lenient towards the moon, right? Say if the moon is in the Kendra, or there it's a Gajakeshari yoga in the chart or something like that, right? It scores high marks in the Graha Balan scheme and all that. Now the moon is under control, so the moon is more, it's very receptive. It's very receptive. It's very expressive. The sun is not receptive. The sun is, it's like I want to learn something, but I want to find my own ways to learn it. I'm not willing to listen to people. I'm willing to do my own research to get things done, to get my hands dirty and all that. I have no patience for people to tell me what to do. The moon's learning curve is listening and being receptive, taking it all in, pondering, dwelling over it. So as you can see, both have a different personality altogether. But at the event that the sun is lesser strength in comparison to moon, the sun will play the game as part as how moon wants it to be, and that creates a lot of good success in a person. I've seen over the years these people, they get very successful in a very early age. They have, but even with all that success, they'll remain very humble. The humility will be there, the modesty will be there. They will teach people. They'll be good teachers. They always take decisions thinking many times, right? And every time when they make the decision, it comes true. Okay, they are always looking for comforts in life and also helping others as well. So they tend to live in a, not to say lavish, but whatever is within their means, they will live. They would not be stingy. If they like something and they think it's within their boundaries, they will certainly get it. And the sun will give them the willpower, because the karaka of willpower is the sun. Many think it's Mars. Mars is tenacity, right? There's two different things there. Anyways, that is the other part of when sun and moon gets into the second house. Remember, the second house is the house of experiencing the bodily senses, okay, experiencing the things in front of you, the consciousness. And the second house is not interested in what we call as the past things which has gone on. It is not interested. The second house is interested in learning new things, okay, always learning and understanding what's going on in front, right? Let me see what else I can say. Yeah, so these are some of the things that I notice. People who have this, of course you need to see what sort of rasi you have, what nakshatra it is, what sort of drishti is, the avastas and all that. But it's generally, this is what will happen if you have the sun and moon in the second house. Okay, so I'm going to stop here right now. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe. I'll be covering more of these conjunctions the coming days. There's just so many combinations and permutations. So I'm trying to strike the balance with my humanitarian foundation and my day job. So sometimes it's slow, but there will be many videos, upcoming videos, that's for sure. So thank you for supporting my channel, and you take care. Namaste.